Well, good afternoon, YouTube family. This is Shirley from Soshirleylike Fashion. I hope everybody is doing fine today. And I am in my sewing room today because I want to give it a sewing room. And now I know I had told you guys later on in the year when I got my home that I was going to put it in the basement because it was a big room down there, and so I was painting and everything, but I just didn't feel it down there, and me going up and down the steps and to the sewing room and stuff like that. It was just and by being it didn't really help my inspiration, to uh, um, get the sewing and stuff. With me, I have to have something in front of me. It has to be right there. If it's somewhere in the back, I won't. It looks like out of sight, out of mind. So, the Lord laid it on my heart to bring it upstairs in my office. This was my office, but I changed it to my sewing room, and I feel much better up here working because my bedroom is just down the hall from here. Okay. And the bathroom is just down the hall from here. So everything I need is right up here. I don't have to go back and forth up and upstairs and downstairs to sew. And it's much light. It's got a lot of light in here as well up here. So you guys, I'm gonna go on and show you my sewing room. Now I didn't I was working in here for the last week. I have been working in here, and so it didn't make no sense for me taking everything down because I'm in the process of making my hats for my website. So I'm just going to let you see it in the raw, how I work in here and the things I use and stuff like that. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let you guys see. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to come back here. I'm just give you an overhaul at first, how it look, before I go to each part of the room. So this is the overhaul. So this is my hallway. So I'm walking in from my hallway onto my sewing room, and this is how it looks. Giving you an overhaul before I go to different parts of the room. Okay, so let's start from the door. This is my door here. So when I come here, and that's the door. Okay, and then I have when I open the door, there's a closet right here as well. Let me hold on. There's a closet right here as well. So if I need extra space and stuff, I do have a closet that I can put things into. So this is my extra room here in my sewing room closet. You see I have my iron there. And I have some of my fabric up there. Yes, this stuff right here is for my embroidery machine. You see my iron there, and that's my ironing board. Some more threading things and some more supplies in here. And this is just little stuff that I keep, like my rubber for my elastic for my pans, and yarn, because you can also use this yarn to decorate hats as well. And then you have that's just my tracks, and then you have more of my thread right here at the bottom, and you just have the tracing paper right here, and then you have the bias tape I have here. Okay, now I'm gonna close the door here. I also have my computer in my room. Uh-oh, sorry for the noise. Let me put this way. So I have my computer here in the room. You know you have to have your TV, right? So, and this is a dresser, my dresser here. You see I have all my hats on here. You've seen a tutorial on that one that I made. And that one right there. I don't know if I did a tutorial on that one. And here are the rest of them. I don't have the frames for these anymore. So these is my hats that I had for a long time. So these are not here for sale, but these are my hats that I wear. Well, I had it for a while now. And I also have my printer down there as well. And in these drawers here, I have my patterns. And so I have my Buttericks in here. All these are Buttericks. I put this on the top because I don't have I have to make an extra room for here, but I have all my Buttericks here. In the second drawer, I have all my McCalls. McCalls is in that, my patterns. And then in this last drawer, I have my some of McCalls here. I put some here, and I just kind of switch it up when my Vogue is down here as well. So I got a little bits of all of that down here. Okay. And also, in this drawer, I just have my fabric, my decorate fabric here, display fabric. So when I'm using hats, I kind of use this as the background of my hats. This is a beautiful background here. This silver here that I use for my hats. You got this one here. The red and the blue, beautiful backgrounds. And also you can use this fabric to make your hats. Now, the cinnamon, not the hats, but the fascinators. Now, a fascinator is different from a hat. Okay, a fascinator is what you can use it. You sit on your top of your head. A hat is what you put all over your head. Okay, this is a fascinator because you can just sit it on right on top of your head. This is a fascinator as well, where you can sit it right on top of the head. But a hat would be like these here. These are hats. Of course, you guys probably know that, but there is a difference. But it's for some who don't know, there is a difference between a hat and a fascinator. Okay, so we're going to go back down here. Now, down here is my cinnamon, my straps of cinnamon. I don't throw any of these away because you can use all these straps. You can use it to make, to put little things on the hats and stuff. So I keep all of my straps down here. All my straps. I even have a little vase down. I don't know what that's doing down here, but that's a little veil down there. And also, this is for my hats as well. That's for my hats as well. And so, going up here. So this is my mannequin right here. I'm sure you guys seen this dress before. Now, let me put this chair back a little bit so I can see. So I can show you a little more better. So this is my my mannequin here. Okay. And put this back here. And so here's my fabric I use. All that's my fabric. Now down here is just stuff like my little penny bank right there. I have my needles and my rubber bands right there. And here I have my sewing books down here for the machines. And my cloth where I iron, press on. And down here it's just pins and needles. And this is stuff that goes on my machine. Needles and stuff as well. Okay, and this down here is just my little paint that I use. I'm sorry if I make sure I don't want to be shaking because I don't want nobody to be spinning, their head spinning. And as you go to the top of the fabric, that's my embroidery machine there, my PE 7700 embroidery machine. Very good embroidery machine, very good. I use that embroidery machine for blankets that I make. Also, I make blankets, and I use the embroidery machine for scriptures to put on the they're called prayer blankets. And I use embroidery machine to put scriptures on there. Yes. And that's my little clock I brought yesterday. I think it's so pretty. It's a pretty color. And here is my other brother's machine right here. Yes. And that's the runway machine here. This is a nice machine. And then there's two of my hats up there. And then I have my old Kimore. My Kimore. I mean, she never lets me down. Yes. And this is my embroidery thread that I use for my embroidery machine. That's my embroidery thread. Okay. And this here is just, this here is what I keep my storage here for my supplies. Okay. So this one up here is just little things that little hooks that you can put on the wall and stuff. And I have this here is for my hats, hat bands for my hats that I use. And this here is the rubber that this is what I use to keep the hats on the head, or I can use the hair bands to keep the hat on the head. And then we have my glue, my glue gun, my glue, all that is in there. And then you have my paint brushes is what I use for the stiffener. And I also have a little glue sticks in there as well. And this here is where I decorate the hats with. I have little rhinestones and stuff like that. Glitter, rhinestones that I use. Decoration for the hat. I have wire for the hat. I have beads. All this here is nice to decorate the hats. Okay. And also I have here, get it open, zippers. It's my zipper. And then I have down here, this is stuff for my machine. Okay. Also I can, yeah, these are my little my tapes in there, my little chains in there. My little gauge guard right there. And hooks and eyes, hooks. This hook right here, hooks. And 14 hooks and eyes that I use for the clothes. Yes. And also we have here, that's my buttons I use. You'd be surprised how you can with buttons. And then again, that stuff also is for my hats. And that there is my gloves. And also is in here is where I have my fabric tape. And this is I don't know if I was videotaping, so I'm gonna do that over. So I don't know if it was videotaping, so I'm gonna do it over like I said. So this is my fabric up here, my African fabric, my regular fabric, more African fabric. This is my cinnamon that I use for the hats. These are my cameras that I use, and this here is my placemats that I use for my hats. I got all colors for the hats. This here is my wire for my hats. This is the stiffener and stuff that I use for the hats. Yes, and down here is my head blocks that I use for the hats. Now, as you go further down, this here is just my pens and stuff, needles, pens, and also have pencils down there to mark. This here is my face mask. I used to make face masks when COVID time, and I will make these face masks, and inside of them I will put my scriptures in there. I will put a scripture in there, and I will have, that's my label, So Shirley Like Fashion, and these are face masks that I used to somehow give away because it had the track in them. And I would just go to the store. I would take quite a few of them and just go to the store and just pass them out with the track in them. And I had put them in these bags for, you know, make sure no germs, anything on there, you know, and stuff like that. Because remember, we were going through COVID. Yeah. And that's what that's for. And I also have a lot more. I was using this here. These here to make them with, yeah, and they are called fat quarters. I was using them to make it. I also had a lot of Africa fabric that I was using to make them as well. Yeah, so that's what that's about. Now, if you go over here, you see my Singer heavy duty sewing machine. I love that sewing machine. It is heavy duty too. And then down here is my Sergio machine. My Sergio. Yeah, and that's by Brothers as well. Okay. And down here, you have my clippers. That's for the hats. And, okay, let me turn this on here so I can, hold on 1 minute, let me turn this on. I don't want to make you feel dizzy, but I had to turn the light on. I don't want nobody to feel dizzy. So we're going to go here to the table. Well, let's go to the wall. These are all the hats that I made. And some of them are on my website. Okay. And then you go further down. I love decorating bags. So I put that up. I love color bags and red and white. I just love color. And then I have my little purses there. I have my rulers. My peg board is there as well, of course, to hold things up. And then I have my thread. Okay. And my scissors also, and my rulers. Further down it is my some more purses and beautiful color bags. Yes. Now I'm going to go down here at the table. Now at the table, like I said, I'm in the process of making hats. So at this time, I need all this out. Okay, this is just assets from the sentiment that I'm going to make a decoration out of, leftover sentiment. These are my ribbons and stuff. Okay. This is my feathers. That's all my feathers in there I use. Of course, here's a here's the rest of it. This is the decorations that I use. I use fabric on my hats as well. This is fabric that you can buy. I use that. And you have the little rhinestones and all that. I use all of that for decoration. Some more fabric that I use here for decoration on my hats. And I have some more down here. There's some more beautiful fabric here that I use for my hats. And I also have this here. It's beautiful fabric that you can use for your hats. And over here, there's one hat that I'm working on right here. Working on that. And down and over here, I have my horsehair, different types of horsehair. And then I have my flowers. Okay. I have my steamer, my mirror, and these here are the hats I'm working on right now. These are the frames. It's already been molded. They're the frames. They were just getting them dry so I can take them out of the blocks. And here's another one. I had molded that. And yeah, so they dry. So I'm going early today. I'm going to go on and take them out of off the mold, and I'm going to start decorating them hats there. And then there's the stiffener that I use and stuff. These are the pins, needle pins and stuff that I use to keep the cinnamon on the blocks. And this here, I also use this right here to keep them on there. That's my glue gun. Yeah. My ironing board. My little iron that I use. And this right here. And here is my felt. Now I use this for inside of the hats. For the inside. I'm trying to hold on one minute. I'm trying to take it off so you can see it. Yeah, so this is what I use for inside the hats. Get them in different colors so it don't be so hard on the forehead. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm working on this one. Here's one right here that I'm working on right here. That's one hat I'm working on right now. Yeah, so, and here's the chair that I use here. And down there I got my little garbage can. Yeah, so this is my sewing room. I wanted you guys to, I know I had promised you guys that I would be showing you my sewing room, but it didn't make no sense to me trying to finish up the one in the basement. And so I came up here and started working on this here. This my office, and painting and everything, so I can put everything in here. But yeah, this is my new sewing room. I'm just giving you overall. So again, if you have any comments or anything, you can put in the description box. And this is So Shirley Like Fashion. And I'm coming with you with a tour of my sewing room. You guys have a blessed day.